Hello and welcome to my channel, and welcome to my makeshift studio that I have temporarily set up in my bedroom so that I can share with you 10 honest lessons that I've learned from my first 4 months of making YouTube videos. So this is a new experience for me. I've not recorded a video before whilst just sat down talking in this way, so this is going to be interesting for me. So maybe there will be an 11th lesson that comes out of this session. But anyway, at the moment I have 10 lessons. I hope they will be of interest to you. They're applicable to other walks of life, not just making YouTube videos. And yeah, I hope there's something here that will inspire you to continue with your own creative journey. So with no further ado, let's step into those 10 lessons. Right, so lesson number 1, the 10,000 hour rule. So the 10,000 hour rule was first popularized by Malcolm Gladwell based on research from K. Anders Ericsson. You can see I'm just having to look at my notes for those names, but yeah, so this research suggests that one needs 10,000 hours in order to achieve mastery in any skill. So whether it's playing a guitar or learning a language, if you want to become world class or fluent in these things, then it takes 10,000 hours. Now, this number is debatable, I would guess. I don't know whether that's correct or not, and I don't know whether this applies to YouTube, making YouTube videos or not. But one thing is for sure, and that is it takes a lot of time to master a new skill and to perfect your craft. And I've made 25 videos so far. Let's say that is 250 hours of experience that I have. So it would be really unfair of me to criticize myself, to be hard on myself for not being as good at making YouTube videos as I would like. It's a long journey that I'm on, and I should be patient with myself, and you should be patient with yourselves and allow yourself the time to practice and practice and practice and to perfect your skills. Lesson number 2. Your early videos are just practice. I know it can feel daunting when you click on publish, especially for the first time on your YouTube videos, but if my experience is anything to go by, then your early videos are not going to be seen by many people at all. And I never share my videos, so my family and friends don't see them. So the only people that see them are actually complete strangers, as far as I know. So what does that mean? That means I treat my YouTube channel as a training ground, a safe place to practice. I give my best. I try to be professional. I stick to the rules, to the YouTube rules, but I don't take it so seriously that I never actually publish anything. So that's my main lesson there, I would say, is don't wait for the moment when you're perfect to publish a video. Just do it and see what you learn from the experience. Lesson number 3. Experience variety. So if I can use the analogy of my profession, then what I often ask myself is, do I have 30 years of project management experience, or do I have 1 year of project management experience repeated 30 times? Now, why is this an important question? Well, I think that the more variety that you encounter in your projects, then the more skills you develop and the more confident you become, and you're more able to handle difficult situations. So for example, managing an innovation project is very different to managing a cost-cutting project, or managing a local project where everyone is based on site is very different to managing an international project where teams are based all around the world. So from a YouTube perspective, what I've noticed in my first 25 videos is that I used almost the same format for every video. So it was always me talking whilst I was out hiking. I was always using my iPhone, and that was it. So I think if I want to develop my skills further, then I need to practice some different types of videos, like this one now. This is the very first time I've done this. You can probably tell by the fact that it's getting dark outside now, that it's taken me a long time to produce this video because I'm not used to it. But as I go through this process, I am building up some new skills, and that may, I hope, give me some more confidence and enable me to adapt to different situations so that I become a more competent all-rounder when it comes to this kind of activity. So yeah, that's it. And by the way, if we get to lesson 6 and I'm wearing different clothes, then you know that this is running to tomorrow because it is taking me a long time. But anyway, so there's lesson number 3. Lesson number 4. Be ready for the big moments. Okay, so whilst I've said that you should relax and treat your YouTube videos as an opportunity to learn and to practice, there are those moments where you perhaps only get one chance to capture something important. So for example, I live on a railway line here, and just occasionally we have a steam train that comes through, a special. And if I want to capture that, then I need to get that video right, because if I don't get it right, then I might need to wait another year before I get another chance. And this is this is particularly important to me because yesterday it was my daughter's graduation, and it was a big moment for us and for her. And I took my camera with me, and I haven't used this camera for about 4 years. And when I got home last night, I downloaded all the photographs from the camera and realized they were really poor quality, and I was gutted, absolutely gutted. And of course I will never ever get a chance to take photographs of my daughter's graduation again. So when you do get an important moment like that, then it's best to do some practicing beforehand, just to make sure you know how the equipment works, so that you've perhaps rehearsed or practiced exactly what it is you're going to do and how it's going to work. And then you're not going to waste or lose those opportunities to capture those special moments like I did yesterday. Lesson number 5, the power of storytelling. So when I started making YouTube videos, I expected to learn some new technical skills, how to record a video, how to edit a video, how to upload a video. What I hadn't realized was that maybe I would improve my ability to communicate and my ability to tell stories. And this is a really important skill that helps you in many different aspects of your life. And I wouldn't say over these 24 videos I've become a great storyteller, but I would say I am perhaps 1 or 2% better. And I even noticed it last night when I was out with my daughter and her friends. We were in a restaurant, and I felt a little bit more confident and a little bit more able to tell them a little bit about myself. Lesson number 6. You are more than just a YouTuber, so don't judge yourself too harshly. Sometimes for me personally, I produce a video, I don't like it, and then I feel sad. I feel that I'm not competent, that I am a slow learner. I come up with all these kind of harsh, unfair self-criticisms. And what I sometimes forget in these moments is that I am more than just a YouTuber. I'm a father, I'm a project manager, I'm a husband. I have other skills, like I'm good with computers, I can write, so sometimes you have to remind yourself of the bigger picture. Second of all, I'm going to get better, or you are going to get better if you're starting out on your journey. And third of all, you should be proud of yourself for having the courage to try something new, because all the great people in this world started off as a beginner. Take the greatest guitar players, the best drummers, the best footballers, they all started as beginners. Lesson number 7, set yourself clear goals. When I started making YouTube videos, it felt right because what I wanted to achieve from YouTube fed into some bigger life goals that I had set for myself. So, for example, I wanted to document the huge transition that I was going through in my life from an expat or an immigrant living in Germany with a full-time job to being someone who's retired and living in England. So that was a big change in my life, and I wanted to capture that transition over a number of months. The second objective was to explore the possibility of using YouTube as a way of generating some income. So moving to England and giving up my job was a financial risk that we took. We're not rich, so we have to think about our long-term financial plans. And so I wanted to just test the waters and see whether YouTube might be a means of helping me to either generate some extra income directly or to create some opportunities that would in themselves generate some income for us. So that was the second objective. The third objective is I knew that when I retired, I would face a challenge concerning what I do with all my spare time. I knew there was a risk that my mental health would suffer because I would be bored, I would have nothing to do, I would lose all my purpose in life, and so on. So I wanted to see whether YouTube could help me to fill that gap that would be left behind by giving up my full-time job. And then the fourth goal was to learn some new skills and have some fun, yeah. And that helped me to stay motivated, to enjoy the difficult transition that I was going through, and to create some nice memories from that important period in my life. Lesson number 8, the YouTube algorithm. Now, if I were to be able to spend some time with an expert on the YouTube algorithm, and that person were to help me to demystify this strange thing, then I imagine that I would be told that the purpose of the algorithm is to connect content creators with viewers who would be interested in the content that we create. So that seems like a logical thing and a good thing, but the algorithm needs to know some information about what the viewers are interested in, and it needs to have some information about what your channel and what your individual videos are about. And from what I can tell, the most successful videos, or the most successful videos I've seen, have been ones that have had a very clear focus. So you know what you're going to get from that channel, you know what you're going to get from that video, and it's quite easy to match it with what someone is interested in. Where I have struggled is that my videos are a little bit strange. They're not so focused. So let me give you an example of why my videos might be difficult for the algorithm. 2 videos I made last month. And what do I do in the video? I drive across France talking about how a doctor takes an holistic approach to well-being, and I then arrive in Bonn. I walk around Bonn talking about my days living there, showing some beautiful spots. I show a video of me leaving my headquarters for the very last time after 24 years working for this international company. I catch a train to Cologne. I then show some videos of lots of trains coming into the impressive Cologne main station. I show some videos of Cologne and reflect on the good times I've had there. I then get another train to Brussels. I get a little bit drunk or tipsy in Brussels and walk around talking about how I'm going to miss life in continental Europe and comparing it to what life is like in Great Britain. I then catch another train to London. and then catch a coach down to Bournemouth where I run a half marathon. I then catch another train to Devon, and then record a video of me by the sea in my new place of residence in the rain, talking about what it's like to be back in England. So this video, or these two videos, are, in one sense, it's quite simple. It's the story of me moving country and all the things I had to do and the difficulties of this big transition in my life and all the emotions I felt of leaving behind a city I'd lived in for 15 years and the excitement I felt about starting a new life in a beautiful part of England. So in that sense, it's quite easy to categorize the video. But during the video, I talk about so many different things that really the only common thread that runs through this video is me. It's like I'm the product. If you're going to enjoy the video, then you need to be interested in me as a person, and you need to be interested in my life. And I think that probably makes it quite hard to match me with viewers who'd be interested. You know, someone who's interested in trains might be interested in 10 minutes of my 1 hour video. Someone who's interested in Brussels might be interested in another 10 minutes. But these people are unlikely to be interested in the whole video. So I think if I'm going to be successful in terms of growing my channel, I need to become much more focused. Lesson number 9. The growth mindset is a framework, if that's the right term, or a theory developed by Dr. Carol Dweck. Someone with a growth mindset is someone who believes they can develop their abilities and their intelligence through perseverance, effort, through getting feedback, through keep on working at something. So whilst a person with a fixed mindset, which is the opposite, kind of gives up when they get negative feedback and believes they can't improve, someone with a growth mindset believes they can keep on improving. So I think that's a healthy mindset to have in the context of starting out on your YouTube journey. And what I've noticed is that I see YouTube channels with millions of subscribers. They get hundreds of thousands of views and many thousands of likes. And rather than be intimidated by them and feeling inferior, I feel inspired because I believe that whilst I might not get to be as good as them, I can at least move in that general direction and certainly get a lot better than I am now. So now we've reached the last lesson, you'll be pleased to know, and that is lesson number 10, and it's about consistency. So I think of two things here. One is the frequency with which you post new content, and the other is the consistency of the content that you publish. So on the first one, I think we all learn more quickly if we do something or if we practice something on a regular basis. And the same is true with YouTube. So if I make a video every week, then the lessons I learned from the previous video are likely to be still fresh in my mind, and I can apply those to the current video that I'm making and see some improvement in that specific area. So I think that's a really good practice to get into. It's the same, like, for example, if you're learning a language, regular practice means you learn more quickly. The other is in terms of the YouTube algorithm and in terms of your subscribers. They appreciate consistency because they know what they're going to get. They know every Friday night they're going to get an exciting travel video, or they know every Saturday afternoon they're going to get a great video about gaming. So consistency is important. And there we are. So now I've got through my 10 lessons in this new format. The next video I will publish will probably be whilst I'm out hiking. But I have to say I've felt out of my comfort zone in making this. I hope it came across okay. I hope it gave you some inspiration, some tips, some encouragement to continue with your creative pursuits. I hope you're well wherever you are. Look after yourselves, and I'll post another video soon. Thank you then. Bye.